Hey everybody, it's SK again. In the last episode, I believe I actually don't exactly remember what we did in the last episode, but I do notice that on Mr. Mappy Map, we've got like 2/3 of Legendra already under our employee here. So I think it's about... Oh, that's right. I'm going to Fundaria because I need to find a talking fox. That's right. And I basically conquered everything that was not... blocked in place by, as I would call them, cock-block castles. I really need to come up with a different name for those, I think. It has been... Oh, man. A couple of weeks, I think, about 2 weeks since I last played, when I got on my Crackfest and played something like 7 hours worth of it. That was good times. And I've been meaning to get back to it, honest to God, but I kind of found a little game called Guild Wars 2, and then my soul proceeded to get sucked out of me. In a good way. Wait, that... God damn it, euphemisms. Basically, what I'm saying is that I really enjoy Guild Wars 2, and I probably enjoy it way more than I should, because I have this nagging tendency. Oh, right. Class... Hold up. Class, that's actually 30. But I have this nagging tendency to probably enjoy it more than I really should, simply because, it's a lot of fun, is what it is. It's enjoyable, and it makes me happy, It's basically, to go on this rant, which I have done on the stream quite a bit, because I am streaming a lot more over on Twitch TV /SilverKnight16, if y'all want to come pop in and say hi. I pretty much play whatever catches my fancy. At the moment, it's Guild Wars 2 because the crack is real. But I mean, it can be anything. I'm streaming a little bit of Blade & Soul on the Unreal Engine 4 update, which is super pretty, but I don't know enough about the game to say whether or not it's better or worse. It's just, it runs better, so that's a plus. Kozu, hey! Garcia, that's right, because I kicked his ass. Aesel. Let me go ahead and get these castles taken care of right quick. Banders, nope, that's not what I wanted. Banders. Annette. I'm gonna take a Yame. We're gonna leave Levy there. Give myself a little bit of time to let recruits do the recruitiness, if that makes sense. It didn't, but let's pretend that it did. Oh yeah, I got Nolt. Hell yeah. So either way, I have been testing some stuff of late. Stefano, Rosa, Lara. Oh damn, Vanera. Wait, isn't she somebody from Pale Moon? Or a Moon Palace, whatever the hell you call it. I thought she was a... Or maybe she was a, Tradnor stan, I thought. I don't know. I have no idea. Either way, I've been streaming a lot more lately. And I've been quite enjoying it. Poops. I've been quite enjoying it, actually. Averis, Hilda... Let me see. Albrecht is... Like, he's okay, but he's also just okay, if that makes sense. Corday's pretty good. I mean, Corday is really good. The problem is, she's almost too good, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to start giving her things other than soldier crests, or just crests, or awards in general. Because I need to start giving other people chances to shine. Let's throw Carl in there. For some reason, I keep wanting to call him Carlbees, and that's not the correct way to, show proper respect. Now, let me see. Where are we at here? That is not nearly the amount of soldier. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's the button. There it is. It's been a minute. Been a hot minute. I promise I'll remember eventually. No, deploy. We're just gonna scoot you right there. You're going to attack, so Bandars is going to take... Should be taking this castle. I think there's only 2 people here, and it's like 10 mages and 10 soldiers or something like that. Beasts. Oh, that's even better. Who do I want to give the experience to? Annette's pretty badass. Yami's pretty good, though, too. I like Bandars because he looks like Malfurion. But he's got bandits, which kind of suck. Either way. We're gonna nom on some food real quick, don't mind me. Got me a little bit of cheese as a nice little treat to myself for existing. You know, as you do. But yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since I've played this. And it's a shame. I've been meaning to, but again, been playing a little bit of Guild Wars 2. It has kind of sucked up my soul a little bit. But it also helped kind of fill the void that WoW has left behind for several years, which is the whole, like, I want a game that's fun. You know, and a sort of like a, you know, something where you can turn your brain off and kill shit sort of thing. Because that's what I've been playing WoW for several years, when I started to get kind of stressed out and just... I just need something, like a comfort game, basically. Something to sort of take my mind off of things being so very thingy. You know, I would turn, if I was super stressed out, I would play WoW, because that was just, I don't know, it was what I used to relax myself and, you know, wind down after a long day of work, because I didn't really have to think about what I was doing. I could just press buttons and sort of... I mean, there was elements of challenge to it if they wanted it to, but if I'm just, like, running around doing quests or, you know, doing dailies or whatever, I can just run around and kill stuff, and it was satisfying in that regard to a certain extent. And now, if the thing is, you know, especially in recent years, it's become apparent to me that, you know, running around and doing dailies and farming old transmog is not really indicative of a, you know, $15 a month fee. So I've been kind of poking around to see if I can find another game. Oh, honey, why did you run? I wanted to capture you, though. You'd look so good in chains. Wow, where did that come from? We're gonna mull over that with a little bit of cheese. Okay. So, we're gonna throw Bandar's in here. For some reason, I know his name is Bandar's. I keep wanting to call him Bandai Namco, and I don't know why. But, you know, as much as I love WoW, and I do love WoW, it's, you know, it's starting to show its age. And I'm poking around finding games. I love Final Fantasy XIV. I love Final Fantasy XIV. The story is so good. You know, the story is really good. The combat's really good. You know, I mean, it kind of starts off slow, but it's a really good game. It's gorgeous looking, fantastic soundtrack, really good player base, all that good stuff. The one thing that's not quote-unquote good for the game... Ah, yes, Kozu. With your machine gun spells. Oh, I remember you now. I can't wait to utilize you. But the one thing that is not quote-unquote good about Final Fantasy XIV for my specific use case is that I need something, again, that I can just turn my brain off and play. And while I can turn off my brain and play Final Fantasy XIV and have... I quite literally have... Because, I mean, Final Fantasy XIV is a game such that you don't need more than one character. You can do literally everything you need on a single solitary character. You have absolutely no use. Why does he have Accelerate? What the hell would he need for Accelerate, game? What? Okay, sorry. Distracted by the my off-topic chat was distracted by some in-game shenaniganry, which of course makes sense. But I think I have... like 5 or 6 characters on Final Fantasy XIV that I leveled up to 50 through the entire Realm Reborn storyline, excluding the patch quests. Because I enjoyed it, because I just kind of wanted to turn my brain off and play it, but it's also... You know, it's not super combat heavy. It is very story driven. It's running from one place to another to get to cutscenes and to interact with this, that, and the other, etc., etc. So... Thank you. Dude. And we're just gonna run your happy little patootie over here. But, you know, it's not a lot of combat, and usually, you know, after hard days of work, you know, when I want to run around and kill shit, I want to run around and kill shit. So, running around and doing quests and stuff like that, and going and talking to this NPC and that NPC, it's nice, it's beautiful game. God, that game is beautiful. But at the same time, I'm like, I just want to run around and kill shit. So I was playing around with Guild Wars 2 to get a little bit, just to test it out, because I hadn't played it in literal years. And I just fell in love with it because it's everything that I loved in WoW, where you can just run around and kill shit, where it's very exploration heavy. You know, it kind of points you in the right directions for stuff, but it's not super hand-holdy, and unlike Final Fantasy XIV, it doesn't block off really anything. You can pretty much go wherever you want to go, and the game's not going to stop you. It may kill you because you're in a place you're not supposed to go, but it's not going to stop you from going there, and that's really nice. That's a good feeling, you know. It warms my cold dead heart some. Now, back to the game, which is the one I've been currently playing for like the last... I don't know how many minutes, because currently I'm actually recording this onto my main PC via a software option. So I've been recording for fuck all knows how long. Hopefully I won't have to cut this recording. Who am I going to put here? Nolt? I mean, everybody here is kind of sad face. So guess what, Nolt? You are the next contestant on The Price is Right. I have scored to settle from the Northern War. Thanks for obliging me. I'll defeat anyone who's stupid enough to point a sword at me. I like this robot. I don't know if he's actually considered a robot or an android, but either way, like, he's got sass, and I like that. I like my robot sassy. If there's an Alexa out there, I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying, Connor is a beautiful, beautiful sunshine robot baby, and I like him being sassy. I like with the personality, you know what I'm saying? You probably don't know what I'm saying, because even I don't know what the hell I was trying to say there. What I'm saying is, robot/android with sass is kind of cool, i.e. Connor from Detroit become human. I have now explained the joke. The joke is now lost on meaning. Huzzah. Oh, this ground texture is pretty cool. Ah, shit. Are we there yet? I don't know. Are we there yet? Whoop. Where's the... There it is. I mean, it's just as well that my entire army ran past each other like I'm playing in an AV. Because Nolt is one tanky son of a gun. At least he better be. You got like 110 HP, he's got like 80, so like you better survive this. So help me, Bobs. And maybe it's because he's a robot, he's slower or something, so he takes more hits or something like that. I don't know. I just know that he hits like a truck. You better make it worth my while, my dude. You better not be destroyed. Because you best believe I'm throwing you into Dual Town here. If we even make it to Dual Town. Looks like my dude is getting fairly wrecked over there. I'm genuinely surprised. Usually they're not quite that squishy. I'm not turning it down. I'm totally okay with it, but... Alright. Retirement sounds good. Yeah, I bet it does. Oh, you go nighty-night. We'll take you back to town. And we'll feed you as soon as you decide to swear ever-ending fealty for me. Fealty to me, excuse me. Todd. I'm almost tempted to throw Nolt in there again, because he still has... He's at less than half health, and he still has about as much health as that dude. But... I need to give somebody else experience. Wow, your skills suck. Okay. Alright, Carl. Let's see what you can do for me. Devote this battle to Miss Dora. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm actually playing Highland, so these are the people I start with. Yeah. I forgot about that tidbit. Does that sound silly? I completely forgot that I was playing the Highland campaign, so I'm like, oh, Carl, I got him from taking over one of those other their castles and stuff, right? No, I actually started off with him. I just don't think I think I've used him like once. So we're gonna scoot you back here. You guys are gonna totally be backline defense, and you're going to shoot everything from orbit. Not everything from orbit. That would be cool. I wanted to save some of my troops, but I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, especially considering that most of them are running past each other, so I guess it works just as well. But yes, move my mages towards the back to make sure that they have maximal amount of time to pew-pew the things before they inevitably start getting torn to shreds by the, giant angry men with swords. As you do, I suppose. Okay, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna advance you guys, because there's only the one. Oh wow, okay. Well done, my pretties. Hey, pretties. Meanwhile, this dude is just standing here, has not used his abilities once. This AI is something special. Very something special. And it's saying something right now that... Excuse me, sorry. Drinking my drinky poo. That in all of my previous playthroughs... No. Regroup, please. But it's saying something that in all of my previous playthroughs of the game, I had made a point of having some kind of troop chart with an easy access. So that way, I mean, it's not necessarily like a cheat code, right? Because stuff like that was actually listed in the freaking instruction manual, which, you know, back in those days, you know, back in the olden days of yore, you made a point of looking at. You looked at that shit. That was what it was there for. It was there to read over and then to help you instruct you in the game. It wasn't all done explicitly, excuse me, it wasn't all explicitly done in-game the way it is now. So I was using the tools available to me. I haven't really used any sort of external troop chart with this so far. And I think I've lost, like... Okay. The battles I've lost so far have largely been from me being way too arrogant. And also from me pushing duels that I really shouldn't have pushed at all. Wow. Wow, I don't have much for monks, do I? That's unfortunate. I could throw Nolt in there. I'm gonna throw Nolt in there. And we're gonna call it good, I say. Now, the downside of my particular recording setup right now is that it is done on my main PC. Like, I have all of this hooked up to my, you know, quote-unquote HT PC that is in my living room. And it has all the pass-through, the Elgato capture card, all that good stuff. And what I've been doing the past 7 episodes is I've just been recording locally to this particular PC. Which, you know, sure, fine, whatever. Problem is, that's a bit of a pain in the ass to handle, at least logistics-wise, because that means I now have 2 PCs to record things from, and to pay attention to, and to edit, or potentially edit, because I'm lazy and I try to avoid editing whenever possible. Gonna be real with you. Oh wow, my dude got just shreked. That is unfortunate. But that's fine. That's oh well. I mean, my Nolt's job here is to just get rid of the monks, really. Well, not a single one was lost. Okay, that's fair. I mean, it doesn't really matter because Nolt here can straight up just probably 2-shot Lara if they get into a duel. In fact, I'm wondering if the game will actually even go with a duel because Nolt is so much stronger than Lara that even at like 40% health, he still stands a higher chance of winning than she does because he has A, so much more health, and B, he's way fucking stronger. Yes, we will duel because I'm kind of curious. Holy shit, the game's gonna do it. Alright, let's lean in and see how this one's gonna work. Initiating duel sequence. Beep boop. Oh, that's not nearly as impressive as I thought it was going to be. Okay, never mind. Never mind. She got wrecked. Okay, I was like, oh wow, he didn't hit hard quite as hard as I thought he was going to. He only like took a quarter of her health instead of a half of it. But anyway, the way my setup is the past 7 episodes I've been recording locally to this PC that I have everything connected to. And through all of my attempts, yeah, I'm definitely not throwing him in that time. Hey, the bandits are good for something! Wonderful! I mean, it kind of makes sense that a bandit would be able to shank a mage, you know what I mean? But, distracted. Words and sentence structure. I've been recording it locally to this PC, and though I have tried numerous ways to try and get the capture card I have to basically funnel over to my main setup, which I can theoretically do, it's basically going to require... I already have one 30-foot long HDMI cable, and doing so I think would require maybe 2 30-foot long HDMI cables. It's really weird because I would have to connect one to one of my monitors and then somehow connect it and have the USB connected to my Sorry, distracted. I was trying to read what that was saying while trying to speak. I can't read and speak at the same time, apparently. Sure, that's fair. But, and have the USB still connected to my main PC while having... It's a pain in the ass, basically, and I haven't been able to make it work in a way that doesn't make me hate my life. However, I came across a software solution which seems to be doing the trick. Originally, I was using the software solution. It's like a program called NDI or something. It's a software solution that I was trying to get it so that way I could record, like stream and record footage on my main PC onto this backup PC, onto this quote-unquote HD PC at 4K 60 FPS. The game will play, like all the games that I play at 4K 60 FPS. But the moment I would try to even open OBS, it would get kind of salty at me, and I would start losing frames and rendering and encoding and stuff like that, just because, you know, 3070, yada, 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 yada. And I'm sure there are probably ways I can adjust cores or dedicate memory or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But, oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the fact that that was a duel. Okay, well, don't lose. That's a good sign. Okay. Okay, there's a redemption story. I'm actually winning my duels for once. That's a nice change of pace. Where is my... Oh, I already ate my cheese. No, I didn't eat my cheese. Wonderful. Okay, victory cheese. But, I've been playing for, I don't know, like 20 minutes, I think. I have no idea. And I kind of haven't even, I haven't even looked. I've barely even talked about the game so far. But when it comes to the streaming thing, I was trying to use software to play 4K 60 FPS games because that's kind of one of the reasons I got, you know, a computer that had a 5900X and a 3070 and a 4K, 4K panel, was so I could play that kind of stuff and stream and record it. However, because of bottlenecks, I would have to get like a second PC to have it actually work, which is fine. And, you know, ain't no thing. That's fine. Except I'm already using the capture card for all of my console stuff. And cue the nightmares of trying to make all the pass-through happen to begin with. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to try the software method. Which worked. It technically does work. Only problem is, from what I found out, was that the software solution is literally just... It's just a fancy mirroring option, where it's mirroring what one OBS signal says to another OBS signal. That is all it's doing. So if my OBS on my main PC is looking choppy, you know, then the recording PC, i.e. the PC I'm staring at right now, which is not my main PC, is also going to look choppy because it's just recording or mirroring whatever the main PC is showing. And if the main PC is dropping frames because it just doesn't have the resources, quote-unquote resources, allocated to record and play at 4K 60 FPS, then ain't nothing you can do about it. It's gonna record the exact same thing onto the remote PC that it would for the regular PC, which made me very sad. Because I really, really I want to record at 4K 60. Damn it, that's why I got a 4K panel, Mom! But I was able to make it work through this. That's the silver lining, and that's kind of the point I was getting to with all of this, and how it pertains specifically to this. Which is that, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and use this. I don't know if it'll actually keep my HP. I don't know if it somehow dips because I started at a lower health. So, we'll find out if I end up losing HP for it later. Or HP after the battle. But the silver lining and the point to all of this is that even though the NDI software did not necessarily work for my original purpose, which was recording and streaming 4K 60 FPS footage on my main PC to my quote-unquote streaming PC or backup PC or HD PC or whatever the hell you want to call it, it ends up working as a way to get my streaming/HD PC that is already connected to all of my consoles to record to my main PC, so that way I don't have to worry about moving several gigabytes, many multiple gigabyte files one PC to another, trying to do like over software network transferring and all of that crap. And now I can just record it all to my main PC, which is all to say that I have no fucking clue how long I've been playing. Is where all of that is going. Actually, what do you have? How the fuck are you not level 5 yet? What the hell are you doing with your life? Hey, he did end up with full health. Wonderful. Well, I already know that apparently stalling people and drawing them out actually ends up... I wonder if there's some sort of algorithm where ending in a draw actually completely screws your, like, it completely screws your experience. Like, you don't get anything. Instead of just getting a little bit for a loss or a lot for a win, you just get nothing entirely. That makes me wonder. I have no idea, and I'm too lazy to find out and go look it up. So, it will forever remain a mystery. At least, as of today, anyway. Cheese time. How long have I been playing, anyway? Nice thing about using the headset microphone is that I can just get up and move around. It is 26 minutes. I've been talking about random bullshit for 26 minutes. Okay, down we go. Alright. Does she literally have... Oh, I was gonna say, does she literally have all mages? So soldiers suck against monks. Okay. Sure. I mean... It sorta makes sense, but alright. Is Hilda a priest or is she a mage? She is a priest. That's unfortunate. I was really kind of hoping she would do the nuki nuki pew pew, but I suppose not. Also, nuki nuki pew pew sounds like some kind of really unfortunate euphemism in certain demographics of anime. I mean, my brain also went to Doki Doki Literature Club, except just even more like... Ugh. Kill the remaining monk. Shoot him in the face, please. There you go, that's a good muffin. Now, allow me to throw away the lives of all of our soldiers. In the hopes that you can take about, 30% of his health, while getting the remaining bulk of my troops, who are mages, to stand back and shoot him in the face from a distance. Like any intelligent person would do. Actually, no, let's disperse you. Let's not incur quite so many losses if possible. I mean, if you guys want to go for it, by all means, take a crack at it. Good job. You distracted him for a few seconds. Well done. Let me, let the big boy mages go ahead and finish this up, yeah? I kind of forgot how long it takes to complete battles in this game. I love it, but I forgot how long it takes. I've been playing at this point for nearly a half hour, and I have completed... Well, no, I did take over another castle. So never mind, this is a little bit more in line, because I was like, damn, I forgot how long these things take. And they can take a very long time. It's like 20 minutes per castle. Man, how did I have much time for this as a kid? How was I thinking, man? And cheese. Nom cheese. So does anybody out there have a favorite cheese? Either way, feel free to sound off in the comments below. Because cheese is amazing. And everybody deserves to have some. And for those of you who are lactose intolerant, I am so sorry you're missing out. There are also people in the world who don't like cheese, and I'm just like, they don't have a lactose intolerance, they just don't like it. And I'm like, what is... I mean, it's your prerogative, but how? And why? And who hurt you? Cheese is amazing. So hold on. So I think, and I'm 90% sure I'm wrong with this, but I'm pretty sure that in Japan they have... I mean, like, every region has different forms of cheese because they have different forms of animals that can create milk and, options and all that good stuff. What types of cheese are normal, and actually, you know what? Does anyone know what types of cheeses are normal in other regions of the world? I mean, I know I've heard of, like, there's cheddar cheese, like, I've heard of goat cheese, various different, versions and flavors. I will say that I'm not exactly a super connoisseur of cheeses. I've had some. I've had sort of blue cheese. I have had Limburger cheese before, and it does smell absolutely atrocious. It does smell like a dirty sock. Like, it basically smells like something has gone sour. Is it Limburger or Limburg? I don't know. The super smelly cheese, like ultra stank. The ultra stank cheese is in fact ultra stank. And it's like, it's okay. It's not bad. You know, it's, honestly, I remember tasting sort of bland, I think. But then again, the last time I ate it was at a funeral, like, 20 years ago, so I may be wrong. I just remember it being a very specific flavor. And I would sign up for some kind of, like, cheese of the month so that way you can get access to different flavors of cheeses and all that good stuff. But that feels like the type of thing that might end up getting you on a list somehow, you know? You know, it's one thing to be completely nerdy about things like, you know, video games or finances or, you know, like, you know, precedence on, you know, historical mass murders within, you know, the Western Hemisphere or whatever. But cheeses just seems kind of like it might be crossing some sort of invisible threshold to, you know, from nerd to like, why do you know this much about a food product? But maybe that's what makes you a connoisseur. I really don't know. I'm also completely talking out of my ass right now. So this is pure stream of consciousness, so I probably am not going to remember 90% of what I say within about 15 seconds of my saying it, so just bear that in mind. So if you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, get in line, because I'm kind of wondering the same thing. If anyone ever asks me, like, do you think about what you're saying before you're saying it? The answer is no. Why would I ruin the surprise for myself? Oh, cool. We won. I haven't even really been watching the screen. I've just been talking to myself this entire time. Oh, my life is so sad. It's fine. That's cool. Oh, hey, I still got another guy. Oh, hey, Stefano. Hey, buddy. How's it going? I got 3 fucking experience for that? Fuck off. Okay, the experience algorithm has to be like how many soldiers you kill or something. Like, it's got to be something like that, right? So, to that end, like, I need to give... Maybe it's how many soldiers you lose? I'm curious. You're 411 out of 470. He's also level 2, so, like... I actually kind of do want to look this up now. I am kind of vaguely curious as to how this crap works. I mean, to be fair, if this was a result of the fabled mage cheese strats of Dragon Force 1, then I can totally understand how it ended up the way it ended up. I'm just very curious as to how this algorithm works now, because apparently this is my life. Remember how I was talking a few minutes ago about the nerdery of, you know, wanting to know different cheese flavors and shit like that? And how I was like, you know what, this will probably put you on a list if you happen to know all the intricacies of, you know, which cheeses are which. Here I am talking about the algorithm of a video game AI, like, experience code. So I think I've given up any pretense of saying that I'm anything other than I'm on some kind of special nerd list. You know, I've got like a specialty VIP nerd card. Though maybe that's only given when you actually know the answers rather than when you just ask the questions to hope to get the answers. So I'm going to run a test. I'm going to see what happens if... I mean, he also has no soldiers, but I wonder if the experience gain has something to do with how many soldiers you're willing to, you know, throw into the meat grinder. Run away, dudes! I love the translation in this, by the way. It's fan-translated, but it's amazing because it really... I don't want to say it captures the essence, but it also really kind of, I guess it kind of does capture the essence. It does a good job of, capturing what made the translation of Working Designs games so interesting. Because, I mean, like, prior to Working Designs, a lot of the people who translated and localized and all really didn't do that great of a job. They just kind of literally just did a word-for-word translation. Some of them were absolutely awful, and the rest were just very kind of generic. They just didn't really feel all that great. I mean, they were good, but they could have been a lot better, is what I'm saying. You know, they often weren't really localized, so there was a lot of stuff that was, well, for the lack of a better term, lost in translation. And Working Designs, for all of their faults, and a lot of the bullshit, stupid stuff that they did, you know, they were one of the first that really tried to legitimately localize a game's story such that it felt like it had, the characters had personality, and I just got smacked in the face by a tree root. Alright, that's fine. Where the characters had personality, and sometimes the stories made a little bit more referential sense. I mean, they leaned a little bit too much into the, I think they leaned a little bit way too much into the memes of the day. Also, like the pop culture references, also today basically known as memes. They leaned way too much into that type of shit for the day. But at the same time, which makes it super dated, but it also kind of makes it a weird time capsule, Listening to Dragon Force 1 generals who are being recruited saying that we're worse than the phone company, a lot of people nowadays aren't going to understand what the hell you're talking about, right? They're like, what's wrong about a phone company? What are you talking about? But if you were to put it in the context that back in the mid to late 90s, phone companies were very similar to you getting spam messages talking about your extended car warranty, So how annoying the spam messages and the robocalls are extended car warranty and your student loan credit, all that kind of stuff. Think about, that was kind of how the phone companies worked back in the mid to late 90s. They would constantly call you talking about offers and features and other bullshit that had like nothing to do with anything because they wanted your money. So they were super haggly, super hassling, and were just a total pain in the ass. I want to have two nerds duel each other. It's time to start, so let's start. Seems I have no choice. Alright, Carlbees. That's not a good sign. Alright. Does the redemption arc continue? Yes, it does. Congratulations, all hail the redemption arc. I have actually won, well... No, I lost a duel. Did I lose a duel this turn? I may have lost a duel. Maybe. I don't remember. But whatever. Redemption arc achieved. I mean, I'm not to say we actually beat the game, but I think we beat the game in my heart. I have accepted Jesus into my heart, and, therefore we have now won a bunch of battles in Dragon Force. That's usually how that works, right? Okay, how fucking long has it been? Aw, Really now? Really? You really want to go like that? Okay, fine. Fine, we'll do this. We're just gonna send people back, because damn it, I can. Okay, wait a minute, hang on. What? Definitely not the most efficient way of doing this. I am at 37 minutes. Okay, you know what? New rule. Next episode, I'm bringing my cell phone over, and I'm freaking putting a timer to say how long it's been since I've been recording, because this whole trying to, like, turn around and figure out how freaking long it's been to... Oh, excuse me? Well, have I even seen that character before? Who the hell are you? That's a really cool visual, though, but archers and beasts. Now that's just weird, man. The dude abides is weird. Okay. Okay, well, this is gonna be fun. Let's go ahead and complete up... See, I don't know. How long is this turn gonna be? I really shouldn't keep this for too terribly long. Wait, what did he just say? Did I fight with Bandars? Have I used Ayami yet? What does she have, anyway? Stone Rain. That's not exactly... fantastic. What does he have? Vanish. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But Ashiguru are terrible against both. Well, Bandars it is, I suppose. If I don't necessarily have a tactical advantage, hopefully you can win by raw numbers. Let's go. Ah, yes, that is the Highland music, isn't it? You know, the last few episodes, I think I was poo-pooing that, like, oh, the music's not all that good, it's not that great, it's not good as Dragon Force 1, etc., etc. And while generally speaking, I still think that's true, after having not listened to it for a couple of weeks, listening to it now, it's really not that bad. It is a lot more, I don't know if atmospheric is the right word, but it fits the ambience a lot more. It fits the setting a lot more. Is there a word for that? You know, like, miscast is when an actor is, well, obviously not, you know, not a cast appropriately for the role, where they may do the role well, they may be a very good actor, but they just don't seem to fit what that character embodies, so to speak. A lot of Dragon Force 1's music, it was amazing, but it didn't always fit what you were looking at, even if it was really good. Okay, Banders, let's see what you can do. Get that Mighty Malfurion beard going, dude. Let the power of the beard compel you, yeah? But, you know, even though the music isn't quite as, I don't want to say easy to listen to, it's not quite like the boppers and the bangers as Dragon Force 1 was, but they're still I don't say atmospheric is the only word I can think of. They seem to fit the theme a lot more. You know, there are themes that sound more discordant because you're doing something that's quote-unquote scary. Like, battles are supposed to be kind of tense. The music sounds a lot more tense, which is good, I guess. You know, I actually like Highland's. Now that I've listened to it a little bit more, I actually like Highland's overworld music. They said the only thing that catches me off guard is that it goes kind of discordant after a few moments when it doesn't always seem like it should. Oh, that's right. I was like, what the fuck? How have I not taken Kanchan? And then I remember that while I was testing all of this prior, I was on a Fundaria playthrough file, and I'm like, what the shit? I don't understand what I'm doing. Brain, what's going on? So, officers... Hey! Look at that! Carl got a level. So it has to be it's got to be something involving how many troops are lost. There's got to be some kind of algorithm for how many troops you actually lose in a battle, or maybe it's how many troops actually manage to successfully land a hit. You know what I mean? If it's one troop that's doing nothing but hitting, then that's only one troop that's troops worth of damage. Where if you have 100 troops that land a hit on the boss, like say one troop is worth 3 experience. One troop hits the boss, hits the lieutenant, that's 3 experience. You know, if 100 troops hit, that's 300 experience. Obviously, that's not the case, but I wonder if that's something to do with the algorithm. I don't know. I'm curious, is what I'm trying to say. Is that my brain is percolating like a particularly cheap percolating machine, also known as a coffee maker. I knew that. I absolutely knew that's what those were called. I promise. So, Nolt's still kind of hurting. He's at, like, half health still. Yeah, he's almost at half health. It's amazing that almost at half health, he still has almost more health than all my other people. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, Florin, you're up. Don't underestimate me. I kind of feel bad for this character. Like, her husband was murdered as she will mention at literally every opportunity. Also got some Drinky Poo going. By the way, not a sponsor thing, but Zero Sugar Dr. Pepper, actually quite tasty. I've never been a fan of OG Dr. Pepper. Not that the flavor was necessarily bad, but because it was kind of too much flavor. You know, you would get the Dr. Pepper pseudo root beery flavor to it, whatever it is, and then you would get the mouthful of like Coca-Cola style sugary carbonated drink, and my brain was just like, what is this heresy? What the hell are you making me drink? So I was never really a huge fan of it, but I've been trying to cut back on sugar recently because, you know, I want to live. And I tried Coke Zero, and it's not bad. It's definitely not great. It kind of tastes how do I word this particularly? It tastes a little bit... You know what? Fuck it. I'll just do this. But it kind of tastes a little bit like degreaser. A little bit like Pine Sol. Like, it doesn't really have much of a flavor to begin with, except when you eat or drink something that may have some kind of aftertaste to it. And it seems like the aftertaste of whatever you were eating would interfere with the aftertaste of the Coke Zero, and it would kind of taste like I was eating Pine Sol. I would not necessarily recommend it. I still drank it anyway because I needed the caffeine, but I would not super recommend it. But the Zero Sugar Dr. Pepper, actually quite tasty. Does it have an aftertaste? A little bit, maybe. I mean, it has a little bit of an aftertaste, kind of, but it's not bad. Not by any stretch of the imagination. And the original flavor, like the taste you get, while it's going down the pipes, is actually quite good. Whereas Coke Zero, it really had no flavor. It made me realize, it kind of made me existential. I was just kind of like, this is Coke Zero. If this is Coke without the sugar, like, what the hell am I drinking? Yeah, the redemption story continues. While I chatter on about Dr. Pepper and Coke Zero, because apparently that's my life now. But that's fine. I need the caffeine. Usep has been captured. Thank you, good sir. Thank you, Fondaria Town, for kindly donating one of your extra lieutenants to me. I'm very much appreciative of that. I will definitely put him to good use in... I was about to say a minefield of my choice, and then realized that's not what minefields are. Those are mines. You put them in mines. Minefields are something else entirely, and that's definitely not what you want to put them for use for unless you want to make them target practice. But I'm pretty sure I'm at like the 45-minute mark. Where the hell am I at? Yeah, I'm at the 46-minute mark. Okay, so I gotta... Okay, you know what? I don't want to redirect you, but I also need the turn to fucking end. So let's go ahead and let's get the turn. Let's get this turn. Let's let the guys do the thing. They don't really have a whole lot here. This shouldn't take all that long. Robot Town. Well, I guess Corday's going in because she's the only one that's decent against archers. Oh, this is totally scary. Yeah, it is. Tubular and whatnot. But let's see if we can continue the redemption arc of actually winning duels. That would be nice. So yeah, anyway. Do you guys have any sort of like favorite food, favorite drink, favorite cheeses, etc.? Do you like cheese? If you don't like cheese, what kind of cheese do you not like and why are you wrong, etc.? Wait, why did I do that? I really need to think about what... I need to pay more attention to what I'm actually doing as I'm talking. I do realize, in a sort of inside baseball matter, that might be part of the humor in that I'm just straight up not really paying attention to what I'm doing, so I'm making really hideously stupid mistakes. Having said that, I really ought to start paying attention to what it is that I'm doing. That's not bad, okay. What the hell was that sound? Oh, of course. I like how my soldiers are just patiently waiting for the end to come. How obedient of them. Okay. Now all of my people are surrounding me. Let's go ahead and regroup real quick. That way we can murder the living shit out of these archers. Which would be absolutely wonderful. Can you not make that horrible sound, ladies? Like, it's weird, is all I'm saying. Quit it. Quit complaining. Okay, let's head up this way. Let's go ahead and use another aura shot. Give my mages a little bit of free time to run across the map. Because it stops the clock. Not that I'm necessarily all that worried about the clock being stopped. But it would be beneficial, I would think. How are all of you missing this chick? She's like 9 foot tall and wearing a dress. And now I'm getting flashbacks to like Lady D from, I almost said Final Fantasy VIII. That's definitely incorrect. But oddly hilarious, I suppose. You know what? I'm gonna do cheese strats. These guys are kind of annoying me. So, let's go on with cheese strats, shall we? We either need to beat this person... Okay, good. I was going to say make her retreat. Wonderful. Thank you for retreating. I appreciate that. La 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 da da doom. Okay. You know what? I haven't used Albrecht in a long time, and I think he's actually one of my people. Yeah, okay, Mistdoor. Yeah, he's one of my people. one of my starter people, and I don't think I've ever really used him. And I feel a little bit bad for that, but not a lot. Not a lot bad, just a little bit bad. Hey, what the hell? Oh, okay, it's just a freaking spam. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I thought something important showed up on my phone, but it didn't. It's just spam, because of course it's spam. They're worse than the phone company. Whoa, was that lightning? What the hell just flashed in my window? I mean, objectively, as I mentioned before, one of the nice things about having a headset microphone is that I can just look outside whenever I want, but I don't see storm clouds. That's highly unfortunate. That sounded like thunder, though. You know what? I'm just gonna... You know what? So long as it wasn't like Kyle Reese and the Terminator fucking showing up to change the course of history or whatever, I suppose it's fine. Let's go ahead and Vine Trap, shall we? No, wait. Cross Slash. Because Vine Trap is the pew-pew the soldiers, yes? And right now I want to do anything possible to kill the generals faster, so that way I can kind of move on about my life here. Because I think this thing is going on an hour long. And while I'm fine with a power hour, you know, I can only give this episode one title. Yeah. So, Cross Slash it is. Yeah, whatever it is he said, cool. I just hit my microphone. Damn it. Sorry. If you heard that, I am very sorry. Okay. So, let's go ahead and, murder us a Giovanni, shall we? Pretty please? There we go. Okay. Cool. Make their punk asses retreat. Make the bad men stop. Which is a reference that I don't think anyone is going to get. That's from... Ah, shit. What is that movie from? It's, like, I know what it's from. It's... Oh, hell. It's a movie with Steve Martin in it. I want to say not Hogan's Heroes. It was some kind of military-themed movie, but it was a comedy. I have no idea what the hell it's called, though. It had Phil Hartman in it. I can't remember what it is, but you know what? Dragon statue, wonderful. Either way, I will ponder that in between episodes, because I legit don't know what it is, and now it's going to kind of bother me, son. But thank God, the thing is finally over. The turn is over. Yay, we won 9 battles. We had a whole bunch of people join our army. Wonderful. But if y'all like what you saw, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more, feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell and all that shiny goodness. Oh, and if you happen to ever want to watch me live stream, because I do occasionally live stream, or I'm trying to live stream 3 to 4 times a week. The times and dates are pending based upon my availability at work. That would be at Twitch TV /SilverKnight16. Hopefully I'm not breaking any rules, YouTube, by telling people that I have other forms of media consumption. Sometimes I may play Dragon Force 2 there or not. I don't really know, but other way, I will see y'all next time. Peace out. Oh god, my voice cracked. That's unfortunate.